Welcome to the One Extra album launch party with Bashy.
My mum was around, my dad was around, raised me well, but soon as I come out the house, wow.
A man who has spent 10 years outside of the musical spotlight, just cutting his cloth, doing up Hollywood, doing up some major roles. You would have seen him in the likes of Shank, to Top Boy, to 24, to Them, and a bunch of others. But today, he's back here at the legendary Maida Studios for us to perform the brand new album, Being Poor is Expensive.
Childhood was lovers, rock, rhythm and blues, dancehall. Man used to go bonkers at Conkers, pogs and playing marbles. Love British Bulldog, hide and seek and pass the parcel. Street Fighter, round the time that Righty played for Arsenal. Fast forward, money up against the schoolyard wall. Go home, watch X-Men and Marvel at Hey Arnold. Look, I was still a virgin, but all of my thoughts carnal. Like, can I hit your G-spot, baby? Throw it back to Wayne Marshall. Dark horse, but was a sensitive child. Temperament mild, never been wild. Rarely was wild, presentable wild. Was never in style, but never had the AV, wasn't wavy and yet I stood out. I was sweeter than Laos, golden syrup, always a smile. Before the ends of my poor choice of friends made me vile. Life would have been different if I grew up in Chatham St. Giles, but I grew up in KG, made me cagey. Lucky that I always got home safely. I only know that looking back on it now. Saw my friend at 15, I was just chilling at my pals. He let me hold it. That could've went south, but to his credit, took it back, cleaned it and wiped it all down. He pulled out a stack, I'd never even seen that amount. He said to roll with him, so I rolled with him for a bit, then I bounced. Naive to it all, but that's the kind of thing I was round. The writing was on the wall, needed more than parkour to get out. I'm showing you how. Good kids turn foul. Soft kids turn shower. I'm telling you how. Sweet boys turn sour. My mum was around, my dad was around, raised me well, but soon as I come out the house, what?
The zone's got me with the influence.
That's how it is in most instances. Where do we come from? North Wheezy. At the time, growing up wasn't easy. Please believe me. So even though the ends are picturesque and leafy, underneath the surface, it is greasy. Different day, same feces. Started at school, Brent Cup, started at ball. A hard tackle was the start of it all. Friends on the side of the pitch starting to taunt. Now wonder, summer holidays, see them at parties and war. Them fun fairs weren't fun affairs, but were hard to ignore. Stand by the bumper cars and screw the other side of your board. Physically or mentally, then back to Kensal Green. I could have been a rest in peace in Kilburn times, many times, but that weren't my time. Lucky I was acting, I was early on my grind, early on in life. Man were violating all my pride. Thoughts were swirling and swirling till there was murder on my mind. Good you, but I was turning to survive. I ain't up purchasing a next man to try a ting is getting. Laws of attraction is a thing. As the universe would have it, man tried it, went home and grabbed it, came back a savage, tried to. He jumped back and started Justin Gatlin. I chased him and tried to catch him. He's lucky I never caught him. I'm lucky I never caught him. If I did, I would've. The karma that would've bought me. Been arrested by the morning. 2 sets of parents falling. My mum would've never fought it. Thought I was chilling at Courtney's. Yeah, I know that sounds sordid, but everything that I saw did. Good kids turn foul. Soft kids turn shower. I'm telling you how. Sweet boys turn sour. My mum was around, my dad was around, raised me well, but soon as I come out the house, mad. The zones get you with the influence. That's how it is in most instances. Maida Vale, make some noise. Oi, listen. Oi, this is proper. This is proper.
Not even a bit of a running theme. Like, you've made no qualms about celebrating the fact that you're part of a family, descendant of the Windrush generation, and how much grandma and grandparents did. Like, for a lot of us sitting here today, like, is that one of your biggest catalysts and inspirations, not just as an artist but as a person? Because I feel like it really comes through in not just the music but just you as a person. You really are conscious to pay homage and to not let that history kind of fade, and to make sure people know that that's why we're all able to be here today, sitting here.
Those people are the bravest, bro. They left their homes like young as well, and then came to a country and a place that was hostile. Their dream was that future generations of their family would have a better opportunity. Yeah, they did it for themselves, but the foresight to do that, to be unselfish, to leave your comfortable place and endure that and then instill principles in their kids and their kids' kids. Granny came on a boat, Granny came on her own. Granny came out to England cause she thought the pavements are gold. Look, Granny said she was cold. Granny never seen snow, no dogs, no Irish, no, you already know. The Windrush generation and people who came around that same time from other places have poured so much into the tapestry of Great Britain, like it can't be forgotten. Like the music, the vibes, the food, the language, just all these things.
Just culture in general. Just culture. Can you imagine what like the UK would be like? It's a little bit bland, to say the least.
So
big up all the English people, obviously.
No, always. That's why I'm never firing shots. It's just more. We just can't forget what,
of course,
has been poured into the country to make it that everyone together. You get me? Like everything.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah, bro. So it can't be forgotten. It is to be respected. Once they're gone, if we the children and grandchildren and great grandchildren don't tell their story, then who's gonna tell it? And then it's gonna be left to people who don't really know about the story. So we need to make sure that that legacy is kept alive and the importance is shown to the world.
We move to the track "How Black Men Lose Their Smile," and you know it kind of starts in reference to your dad with, you know, you explaining to us seeing him such a young, smiley, happy, proud man, and then the man that you met as a child was slightly different, you know, more stern, more hardened, if you like, and you realize within yourself that this has happened to you to some degree. Like, did you have a moment where you literally realized it, or was it something that kind of happened gradually over time and you're like, actually, I'm in the same sort of situation?
Yeah, when I was younger, you know, like when you're young, you're just looking at it like, why are you so serious? Like, lighten up. You're just thinking, oh, you're just serious. But that's through the eyes of a child, you know? It's only when I got to become a grown man myself and then experiencing things in the world that I was like, growing up, like I say, black man living in the next man's world. That's how black men lose their smile. Not a white man's world, not this man's world, just another person's world. If anyone who lives where there's just like, there's not as many people that look like you. David Harewood did a documentary about it and he calls it Death by 1,000 Cuts. And it's just like all these little things that sort of affect you in your life, whether that's just like an interaction with a police officer, an interaction at work, an interaction at school, an interaction with someone who doesn't understand you because they don't look like you, and just how that compounds over life and then has an effect on you. And similarly, I did a series called Them, which talks about that as well. And then my character has that sort of physicality where the weight of the world and all these actions against you eventually weigh on your shoulders, and then my character becomes hunched over. But in real life, I think that's how black men lose their smile. And then I noticed it with myself. Okay. Yo, looking back at some pictures and they had me thinking, wow, I was a happy child. Very happy, my hair nappy, running around in my nappy wild. Beautiful skin, dark chocolate brown. Really wild, temperament mild. Before the age of 1, I could count. The world was home on my nana's house. Everyone dancing, laughing loud. There was encouragement all around. Safe environment, could be myself. My hair in plaits long as any girls. Got to school, they said to take it out. That's how black men lose their smile. I was a clever child, smart, I was sharp as nails. More advanced than my whole class. Learning at their pace slowed me down. Spent through work, they would mess about. They should have given me extra help, but said I was troubled and kicked me out. That's how black men lose their smile. Yeah! System set up for me to fail. I didn't share features with my teachers. That has effects on your sense of self. That has effects on your mental health. Lies out the colonizer's mouth. Teach us we didn't build Egypt. That's how black men lose their smile. Saw young pictures of my dad. So handsome, happy and proud. Growing up, I just saw him frown. At the time, I couldn't comprehend life through the eyes of a juvenile. I had to live, I understand it now. Black man living in the next man's world. That's how black men lose their smile. Yeah. Melanin strong, so we all stand out. Prejudice everywhere that I exist. Feels like I lived my whole life on trial. Karen scared with my eyes in fear. Phones come out and then police get down. That's how little white lives been killed. That's how black men lose their smile. That's how black men lose their life. The world has made me hate myself. I'm scared of men that look like me. Self-hatred rooted so deep. Him or I must protect myself. I'm going grave or I'm going jail. And that's how black men lose their smile. Yeah. I saw my granddad old and frail. Face turned hard from the pain he felt. No complaints, take the hand he's dealt. He told me his story, it made me cry. He told me his story, it made me melt. And that's how black men lose their smile. Had genocide, been terrorized, been scrutinized, been brutalized, been ghettoized, been sexualized, been sterilized, been plagiarized, unrecognized, been jeopardized, been tyrannized, been trivialized, been stigmatized, been ostracized, demoralized, dehumanized, traumatized, but full of pride. Hold me down and still I rise. Ward on my shoulder, still I thrive. By any means I will survive. I will try to the day I die. We're out here fighting for our lives. And that's how black men lose their smile. That's how black men lose their smile. That's how black men lose their smile. Like a battle, but we'll overcome.